Alyssa, the head of content for Content at Scale, and what you're seeing in front of you is a marketing piece for our agency marketing blog category. And I'm going to show you how we applied craft to this piece. Specifically, in this tutorial, I'm focusing on T for trust building and showing you how to punch up a conclusion with that in mind. So the final H2 in the conclusion can do a lot more work than just wrapping up your blog. Here is where you can actually win trust and buy-in from the reader and get them excited to act on what they've just read. So your conclusion can actually prime your reader to click on your CTA. And it all starts with this H2 heading. And if we're emphasizing a CTA in this blog, i.e. we really want people to read it and click on it, we need to make this more targeted, personal, and engaging. Just saying conclusion here is a waste of prime real estate. Because, I mean, what do you think of when you hear that word conclusion? You probably know you're in for a summary of what you just read. Boring, right? So what can we do instead? I'm going to sum up the point of this blog in this H2. And then I will also add a benefit the reader will get if they implement the advice and knowledge we shared throughout this whole blog. So you're capitalizing on how high quality your content is up here in the body of your blog. If all of this is really good, if you're sharing deep expertise, if you're sharing great knowledge, if you're answering questions, if you're providing solutions, then your conclusion can really easily warm them up to click on your CTA. So let's start with editing this heading. First, we're going to consider what the point of this entire blog is. And that way we can sum it up really succinctly and kind of summarize the whole point in a short phrase, which we can add to this heading. So the point of this blog is we're sharing different types of emails you can send to your customer. If you are a business owner, if you're a brand, if you're a marketer, you are going to be doing email marketing and you're going to want to know what kinds of emails should I be sending to my subscribers and customers. And so here we're breaking down all of the different types of emails and explaining them and giving examples. So somebody maybe new to email marketing can get a good idea of what their content should look like for emails. What their calendar should look like and how they can switch it up. So we're basically telling them don't just send one type of email, send multiple types of emails. So I think the point of this blog is the reader should switch up the types of emails they send. And it's as simple as that. So let me add that to this heading and I'll come back. Okay, so I've added the point of the blog, a summary of the blog in a short phrase to this conclusion heading. I simply said, switch up the different types of emails you send. And I could stop there, but I'm not going to because I can make this better. I can go up another level by adding a benefit of doing this to this heading. So what's a benefit the reader will get from taking our advice, switching up the types of emails they send, differentiating, and sending more than one type of email to their customer? What good thing is going to happen for them based on taking that advice? It's really simple. They're going to engage their customer. Different types of emails in your inbox are more interesting than just getting the same email week after week. So I'm going to add that benefit to the end of this conclusion heading. So I've added in the benefit, and this heading is complete because now I'm summarizing what the point of the blog is, and I'm telling the reader how that ultimately will benefit them. So in the end, that's switch up the different types of emails you send and engage your customer. And another big point related to how I create this heading is that I'm using actionable language. And that just means I am telling the reader what's happening. I'm not just suggesting. So I could have said, sending different types of emails is a great idea. I could have said that. But do you see how we've fallen back to passive voice, sending different types of emails from your business? That's passive voice, and it doesn't sound as compelling to say a command. To start with a verb, switch up, engage. And that's just an engagement trick, because it's always more compelling when someone is giving you a command versus suggesting something you should do. So here's the difference. If I said, maybe you should start sending different types of emails, or I can say, switch up the different types of emails you send. See, one is more direct. The other beats around the bush, and the direct one is always going to get more attention and is always going to engage better. And so that's just how we punch up the heading of the conclusion. In the next tutorial, I will show you how to punch up the body of the conclusion and add in your CTA. So for more, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch the next craft training. We publish one 5-minute lesson every week.